Well, it was a lame spin, but it is a bull. Hey, good evening. What's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, and I am hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I'm looking at a bunch of tasty snap. That's not a snapper right there. Those are Bermuda chubs, and they are the grossest fish out there. There's a couple snappers going by. Boy, they're making me hungry too. This is the live Deerfield cam, and well, at least I thought it was live. Let's do the clicky thing here. I was a few minutes behind here. No, boy, they're making me hungry again. I hope your day was good. My AC's on the way out, hoping to get a new AC system in. And one of my employees got the COVID here, so a little bit short-staffed, but no less, it's been quiet. The shop's been quiet, unusually quiet. You know, normally we have like people backed up. We have people waiting. But for the last, I'd say about 3-4 weeks, it's been pretty damn quiet in the store. Surprisingly. You know, the buying is slowed down, the selling is slowed down, and that's okay. You know, this is a good time for us. We do summer cleaning this time of year, but you know, during the summertime or the springtime, but spring cleaning. I am the maid around this place. I'm doing constant cleaning, but you know what? Oh gosh, I already got into the meme for the day here, but or the quote of the day, I should say. But yeah, we've been kind of quiet. I've been getting a lot of stuff done, and I think that's like across the board. I'm looking at traffic outside. I think a lot of people are really startled by this economy right now and where we're headed. And I really believe it's starting to sink in, because here in South Florida, I'm telling you, even the restaurants, everything's kind of quietly slowed down. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons for that, but when you're fearful of your money, you kind of rein things in. Even I'm doing that right now. I mean, I'm kind of looking out there. I'm saying, like, is now the time to go out and buy a new car? No. Is now the time to go out and buy a house? No. All those assets are overpriced, in my opinion. But maybe they're not. Maybe the dollar is just so damn cheap I'm not seeing it properly. Well, this not me, but this quote by Stephen Wright got me laughing here. You read it before I did, probably, because you were looking at it as I was blabbing away. A fool and his money are soon parting. I went looking for a fool and his money are soon parted, because I was kind of going to go into that in today's somewhat theme of the video and the thumbnail, which this video is named after. But I saw this. This is really true. A fool and his money are soon parting. How many of you remember as a young person this being your theme, this being your quote? How many times did you get money in your pocket and you went out and bought a brand new fancy car? You went out and bought stuff that would make you look good, especially to the opposite sex, and just kind of blew money, right, instead of investing in it. So this really made me laugh. But what I was looking for is a fool and his money are soon parting. But no less, great saying by Stephen Wright here, a comedian that I haven't heard from him for years. Is he even still alive? But no less, remember Stephen Wright? He had some funny ass stuff. But you know, this is funny, but it's true. A fool and his money soon part as well. And again, that's what I wanted to talk about: certified bullion coins and certified common coins, and what I know about grading and certification services, and should you even buy that stuff, and should you be paying premiums for it? Well, let's get into that in a moment. Let's just take a look at today's spot prices. What a freaking yo-yo today was. And I kind of expected it with the Fed coming out, making the announcements, and obviously you know that the big commercial shorts, I honestly believe that they're in such a position. Why are we seeing silver and gold so low as of recent? And it should be much higher. We all know this. But in the manipulated markets and the Crimex, Comex markets, and by the big commercial shorts, Ted Butler kind of clearly pointed out that this is the one time for the big commercial shorts to exit their positions without having huge losses. And what that really means to silver people, and I'm talking about silver right now, We'll get to gold in a second. But what this means to silver people is that we're probably looking at the next level up. Is that 25 to 30? Is it 30 to 35? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I think that our next level up is 25 to 30 at the very least, and maybe even higher. I mean, it's tough to say. You know, when the big commercial shorts on COMEX, the CRIMEX markets, the criminal casino that price discovery is made for the price of silver, start exiting their large short positions, will silver prices go up dramatically? Well, it's very well possible. But, you know, one thing that I have noticed, it's like, seems like $5, you know, when it comes to silver, there's like this $5 range that silver trades in. And most of you old timers will think about this and say, yeah, Brian's right about this. $5 to $10 silver. Remember how many years that silver just bounced around in that. Same thing with $1 to $5 silver. But think about $5 to $10 silver, because $1 to $5 is getting back early. I don't think everyone that watches my videos is will remember that. But think about $5 to $10 silver. Think about how much it bounced around in that range before it went from the $10 to $15 range, and then the $15 to $20 range. Now, I may be off by a couple bucks, but think about these ranges I'm talking about right now. And then the 20, well, which is really odd, and I think about this as well. The 20, when we took off from that $20 to $30 range, that 20 to 32, or whatever the hell the high was at the time in 2020, that was a black swan event. I mean, the virus. And it wasn't the virus. It was the reaction to the virus by the morons at D.C. and the morons around the world, government officials and all this stuff. But let's not get into that. I don't want my videos stuffed down to 0 because they don't like what I'm talking about. And so, anyways, the price shot up to 30. The big commercial shorts, the big commercial banks were caught fucking with their pants down. Think about this. And then all of a sudden you've got the Wall Street silver apes coming along, pumping up, buying physical silver. Silver comes more into the radar, and silver's around $30 per mark, and it gets drawn down to 20 bucks. Where did it get monkey hammered down? It got monkey hammered in the CRIMEX, COMEX markets, the same markets that we talk about where the major manipulation and the collusion happens. And think of COMEX is the price discovery market for silver and gold to a lot of degrees, but a lot in silver. And really, COMEX silver prices have been dictated by a couple large commercial short positions that have been able to collusively, whether you believe it or not, collusively getting together and drive these prices up $5 and then drive them down $5. All right, but when silver went up to $30, that was a black swan event. Really, I don't think they expected it, and I think that's why we saw such the in-your-face manipulation in the COMEX markets with the price of silver going from 30 to 20 bucks. It's because the big whales were in big freaking trouble, and COMEX, in my opinion, had to go along with their big whales. Otherwise, they'd have to bankrupt the fuckers or force them to pay billions of dollars in losses that they couldn't afford to do. So yeah, the markets are rigged, in my opinion, the opinion of people that are a lot smarter than I do. But the ultimate thing is, think about this. Gold and silver for 5,000 years have never gone bankrupt. As long as you hold it in your hand and not some promissory note that says you own gold and silver, you're probably pretty damn good. You'll survive all the nuclear economic problem that we're going to be going through here pretty shortly. And it looks like we're going through it now. I mean, well, anyways, I don't want to get too sidetracked. Let's take a look at, oh gosh, man, a fool and his money are soon partying. I partied a lot when I was younger, and I admit it, and I'm fully happy to admit that I lived my life fully as a young person. There's those of us that like compulsively worked, like the Elon Musks and the Zuckerbergs and stuff like that, that through their teenage years and their 20s, they had no social life. Well, anyway, let's take a look at gold. I value my social. You know, you can't buy a good social life. You can't buy a good childhood and a good fun upbringing in any way, shape, or form. So Zuckerberg and these guys, you know, no matter how much money they made, they're deficient in some other areas. But you know what? Maybe I underestimate how much money, what money can buy. All right, I digress a little bit, and I've had a long day. So let's take a look at spot prices here. Market is closed, and I'm going to do a quick refresh here. Let's see if we've opened up here. No, it's still closed. 1834 is where New York closed. Take a look at that market, though. 1815 the low, 1836 the high. Gold trading above 1800. We're in the range, folks. I mean, gold didn't take a huge hemorrhage, a huge crap like the equities market did, like the crypto markets did, and other markets did as well. Gold, 5,000 years, folks. It has a track record. Central banks own it. You think central banks own crypto? Do you think central banks own? Well, yeah, they own stocks. I'm sorry. They've been buying them for years. But, you know, the nice thing about when you print monopoly money, when you print money that's not real, no matter what you buy, it's a profit. So, all right. Silver, 2140. Take a look at that with a range of $21.04 to $21.85 range there. We saw some sub $21 levels in silver as well. So silver recovering quite well. As I said, I just don't think. I think the new level is going to be 25 to 30. Once we break this $25 mark, you know, if the big commercial shorts continue to manipulate the price of silver like they always have collusively, and COMEX allows that to happen, I think that our next level we're going to see trading is $25 to $30 an ounce until we see a black swan event, and then things could change dramatically as well. 2104, again, sub $20 mark at some point. I think we saw to 21.85 the high, and close in New York was 21.70. Platinum still closing above that 900 mark. So good sign to me that platinum is holding its own at 900 plus mark. It hasn't gone below 900. It tells me that gold and silver markets are pretty stable, and you're fine. You buy all three of these metals, folks, and you plan on living for a little while, you won't regret it. The very worst thing is you'll kept up with inflation. You'll kept up with the decline of the fiat dollar, which has been going to shit, oh gosh, for how long? Well, anyways, let's take a look at the 24-hour charts here. And as you can see, the gold chart got monkey hammered in the CRIMEX market, the COMEX markets, the COMEX casino, which allows the big commercial shorts, the big whales, to cheat, more or less. That's why you see prices like this. That's just cheating in the casino, no or less, and the casino turning a blind eye to it. However, I'm so sick of fucking talking about this, and I'm not going to go there right now. And let's take, and it kind of went sideways, but remember, gold and silver are real things. They're not services. It's not fiat. Gold and silver are real commodities. So as much as they monkey hammer gold and silver, as much as they play with the price of gold and silver, especially silver. Remember, gold is owned by central banks. Central banks don't own silver, but silver is an important commodity in industry and investment. And in the COMEX, CRIMEX markets is where it's allowed to be manipulated heavily. I'm telling you, we all know this. So there you go, 24-hour spot gold price. Hammered down, but kind of recovering on its own, and that's above $1,800 mark. But silver, not as good. Take a look at the silver price. Wow, look at that. That's just criminal right there, folks. But you know what? I've written to my senator. I've written to my congressman. I've written to COMEX. I've written to, wrote into, whatever the hell you want to say. My syntax is not the best. And, you know, to no avail. I tell you for a fact that our economy, our politics, and everything is rigged to a large degree. And it's rigged by large corporations, large entities, large whales, and the companies and the people that run these casinos, like the CRIMEX markets. They cater to these people. You and I are meaningless to them. So are miners and all that stuff. It's really surprising me that miners, the mining companies, haven't revolted. Revolted, is that the right word to use? But to some degree, because their business is highly affected. But my understanding is mining companies are run by engineers and managers that have no clue about spot gold and silver markets, about the silver markets, how manipulated they are. All they know how to do is mine stuff. And, well, anyways, not going to get into that. Let's move along to the stock market. Are you not entertained? That's the best thing I can say here. 303 on the Dow up, S&P is up, the NASDAQ is up. And why? Why? I mean, that's the question you have to ask yourself. Is it government intervention and Fed intervention? I really believe that, and a lot of people smarter than me believe that the Fed and the U.S. government is intervening in the stock markets and the housing markets to some degree when they need to, because that's the darlings of the investment community. That's the darlings of United States wealth, is a stock market and the housing market. Really think about that. That's the darlings of the central banks, the Federal Reserve, and the government. That's how they judge our wealth, by how well the stock market's doing, how well the housing market's doing. It's not how well gold's doing, crude oil, Bitcoin. They don't care about that stuff. That is their darlings right there. And so that is where I believe that the plunge protection team and the government involved with the central banks and the Federal Reserve has been propping up this market. And that's the only reason you're seeing a 303 in the green, a 54 in the green, a 270 in the green, is because they have endless amounts of money to print money to buy this shit. And one thing, if the only thing that these idiots have learned, and again, I use that word when it comes to governments, the plunge protection team, but I don't use that in the words when I think of central bankers and the Federal Reserve. They're smart people, folks. They've been able to keep this sinking ship afloat for how long? Well, anyways, government's stupid. And the government sincerely believes that their re-election counts on the Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ, and real estate. And the Fed is willing to let them believe that. So, and the Fed, the beauty of the Fed is they can print endless amounts of money. They can buy all the stocks that are going down to kind of keep it in the green, to keep the federal government happy that their equities markets and their real estate markets okay, to keep the sinking ship from going down further. All right, you know my opinion on this. It's kind of getting a little bit deep here, but Bitcoin prices, kind of steadied out a little bit. Let's see what happens. Could I become a Bitcoin buyer one day? Possibly, when it kind of establishes itself as a real asset, which to me it hasn't yet. But let's see what happens here. As far as ZH here, Fed hikes rate by most in 28 years. Volcker era is back. Bullshit. The Volcker era is not back. Whoever wrote this article in ZH, I'd have to disagree with them. The Fed's between a rock and a hard place, more or less. They have to raise interest rates. Why do they have to raise interest rates? Because they need to lower interest rates to stimulate the economy again. And follow through with me here. The Fed cannot keep interest rates the same. They cannot lower interest rates, because if they did, they'd be into sub-zero interest rates. The Federal Reserve, the United States Federal Reserve, the central bank, the banker that controls the entire world, which all other bankers kind of follow around. Remember, the U.S. dollar is king, all right? So the Federal Reserve cannot have low interest rates moving into a super horrible economy. Why? Because if they had low interest rates to start with, we'd be in sub-zero interest rates, which is the death of any kind of fiat currency, the death of any central bank. So they couldn't do that. They had to raise these rates. And you know why? Because they're going to have to lower them at some point. They're stuck in an endless stupid cycle here, folks. We all know this. And again, gold and silver has been around for 5,000 plus years. This is the one thing that I can tell you with assurance. So you are never going to go broke owning gold and silver. You might go broke owning dollars. You might go broke being in the equities market. As far as the real estate market goes, I don't think you're ever going to go broke being in the real estate market. But you know the problem with real estate? They know you own it. They can tax you on it. The insurance companies can raise your insurance right through the roof on it. And those are the two bad things. When it comes to gold, physical gold and silver, unlike buying ETFs and stuff, once you buy it, you can lose it in the ocean. A flood, a fire. All right, I'm not going to go there. You know what I'm talking about. All right, hey, listen, the video today was based on certified gold and silver coins. There's a lot of newbies out there, and if you're new to videos and stuff like that, stay away from certified silver eagles. Look at this, 1988 silver eagles. and certified bullion coins. Do not buy silver certified silver or gold bullion coins. There are so many people out there that a lady called me today. She's a new investor in the price of or not price of in silver. And she says, well, a guy told me, and my friend told me, if I invest in MS-70 Silver Eagles, folks, and they were like $100 something premium, and they were common dates, that I'll make money. And I was like, oh my God. So to you newbies out there, you see this, it's not that the grading company is bad. It's just that there's no need to grade bullion coins. Bullion coins will always be common. I know some of you are going to say, well, there's only so many MS-70s. You know what? The grade MS-70 is bullshit. I'm going to come right out. In my opinion, MS-70 is a bullshit grade in NGC, PCGS, and whatever other fuck grading companies are out there. It's a bullshit grade, all right? And bullion coins as well. That's my opinion. And, you know, if you want to sue me for my opinion, any of those grading companies, fine. But as far as your MS-70, your Proof 70, you're full of shit. Yeah, nobody grades coins Proof 70 or MS-70. It's a freaking coin toss. It's a theoretical perfect that the Sheldon grading service was based on. So MS-70s are bullshit. MS-69s are bullshit when it comes, not rare coins, but when it comes to bullion coins. Avoid buying any MS-69, MS-70 graded NGC, PCGS, or any other grading services bullion coins. It's shit. Unless you're just enjoying it because you can have a pissing contest with another guy that doesn't own a 70, avoid this shit like the fucking plague. I'm so sick of seeing people get ripped off for graded American Eagle coins, the gold ones and the silver ones. You know, there are some tougher dates in like fractional gold eagles, but not in 1 ounces and not in 1 ounce silvers. The 96s maybe, but MS-70 is a bullshit grade in the bullion business. And again, that's my opinion, but I've been doing numismatic stuff longer than, I mean, as long as I've been doing bullion stuff, and I can tell you, just anything that says, anything bullion that says MS-69, MS-70, avoid it like the frickin' plague. It's a frickin' scam, in my opinion. Just avoid it. And I said it. How many people out there are going to say that? But then again, I've had a long day, and I don't mind. You know me. Any people in the industry that know me, coin dealers out there, and I'm well known in the coin industry, somewhat known in the bullion industry by the big dealers. Not every dealer out there. I'm second generation involved with this. So when I tell you that graded bullion coins of 69 or 70 are bullshit, it means something. It really does, because I know what the frick I'm talking about. So if you're getting scammed by this stuff, get out of it while you can. All right, as far as what the best deals out there, the best deals are still bars. Whether it comes to gold and silver, gold or silver, the bars are the best deal out there. Gold bars are the better deal than the sovereign eagles, maple leafs, and all that other stuff. You know, and here's my advice to anybody investing in bullion. If you're investing in bullion, don't listen to your buddy. Don't listen to what a well-intentioned buddy or a well-intentioned friend said or the salesperson said. Buy the least expensive premium for a industry recognizable product that you can. If you're buying if you're paying a premium higher for any other reason, you're paying too much. All right? Not many people are going to tell you that. I tell you that because I'm fine with making a certain amount on gold and silver. And anybody that's trying to huck higher premiums to you, it's nonsense. All right? Well, anyways, I think I'm going to call it with that, and let's take a look at, where's yesterday's video right here? Yesterday's video, which was, what was it? Trade your silver eagles in constitutional silver now. Obviously, this guy, look, I'm Ghost 77, I'm holding to my constitutional, will never be minted again. I think that, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It'll never be minted again, Ghost 77, but hang on. Let me go down here. There will be a window of opportunities for cryptos or eventually Bitcoin around a beast of a system, which you have to surrender the identities. Interesting comment. Thanks for saying that, MFB. Gary Wright says he calls me the fish guy. Fish guy, if you again call me, I'll tell you of the best dealer I know in Maryland, and if I can set up a hookup with you guys, I will. Especially, you know, if you said you got 1,000 ounces of silver eagles, I'll hook you up with a really good dealer in Maryland. Mark Bachman, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's the most asinine thing I've ever heard. Get rid of your silver eagles or continental silver. Absolutely not. Mark, I suspect you did not watch the video because I did not say get rid of. I said trade, and trade it for more silver. And that is simply the least asinine thing that any expert or anybody that was honestly looking out for your best interest would say to you, sir. So the truth of the matter is trade your silver eagles and constitutional silver for cheaper generic silver, because the premium right now you're going to get, the amount of silver real silver you can add to your stack, there's no comparison. So anyone that tells you otherwise and what I said is full of shit. And again, I really don't think you watch my video, so please watch your video and you understand what I was talking about. I didn't tell you to sell your silver eagles and constitutional. I said trade it for more silver. Make your silver grow instead of having a stupid, ridiculous premium. Where, and again, don't buy any more silver eagles or constitutional silver, Mark Bachman. Major freaking mistake. You're paying too much. Yeah, man. I like this guy, Hollywood. I met him and his son. Cool guy. I do, sir. And I actually got I got something I can give to your son, too. A couple free coins I want to give him as well. But, yeah, we do. Come on in. I'll take care of you, Mr. Hollywood. Hollywood, I'm sorry. Gosh, man, I'm fudging my words tonight. What do retailers buy silver for? That's the question, not what they try to sell it for. All right, Jeremy. Hey, let's take a look here. The average wholesale price, and here, give me 1 second here. I'm going to start with American Eagles. I believe that the wholesale price on gold American Eagles, I'm going to give you the three popular products. Wholesale right now is around $40 to $50 per ounce is what dealers are paying for gold 1 ounce Eagles from each other. Not from the public, from each other. Maple Leafs, 4 9s, wholesale dealers are paying between $30 and $40 each for gold Maple Leafs amongst each other. Again, let me preface, that's not to the public, all right? I'm sharing information with you that I could be killed for. So I'm half joking, actually. Not too many dealers would be happy with me sharing with you the wholesale numbers here. So Krugerrands, dealers are paying between $20 and $30 each amongst each other, okay, depending on their needs, all right? Let me move to silver products here because you asked for it, sir, and you deserve an honest answer, Mr. Coleman. 90% dealers are paying between $6 and $7 per ounce wholesale amongst themselves. When it comes to, let's use 100-ounce bars. The wholesale price of 100-ounce bars, and it's a big spread on hundreds right now, but it's the best deal out there, is probably around $1 to $2 is what dealers are paying for 100-ounce bars. Let's move down to, let me take a look here. I think that's pretty much I covered on silver there, but yeah, that's what dealers are paying for stuff. Now, don't expect to get those numbers yourself, and profit's not a dirty word, so if a dealer's got a reasonable premium, we like to make on small sales $1 an ounce on silver. On gold, on small sales, we like to make 45 bucks an ounce. Not like to, that's kind of where our pricing point is. And then again, quantity always will get that a dealer spread cheaper for you. It should with good dealers. Michael, hey, thanks for commenting, Jeremy. I hope I gave you your answers. Michael says right there with your choice of drinks. Speaking of choice of drinks, a shot to you, Michael. And this is actually, what am I having? I know some of you are going to cringe. Bombay Sapphire right now. Just poured a shot of Bombay Sapphire, actually a half shot. I'm going to do that while I'm doing the video here. And Michael, thanks. Not coffee today, but Bombay Sapphire. I hope to be sponsored by liquor companies. And hey, would you believe that J&M Bullion is sending me customers, by the way? The fact that I think I quote them in my videos and show them in my videos, even though I say that I will beat their prices all the time, they still send customers. I think they respect the point that I respect them, even though I'm a small local business that says I'll beat their prices. I think there's enough people still going to their website. They think I'm handing them business. Perhaps I am, but again, I believe J&M Bullion is the Walmart of online businesses out there. They're owned by A-Mark, who I actually met the owners of not the owners, but the CEOs of A-Mark one time a while back ago. Nice, friendly people, great company, public now. But it's funny, a customer called me and said, J&M Bullion advised me to buy you since I live in your area. So thank you, Jay and Bullion. I appreciate you sending me customers. I really do. And let's move along here. Have to agree about 90%. Love the history and nostalgia. Bite me. I agree with you 100%. It makes things simpler all around. You nailed it right on the head there, sir. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Gary Wright told me that there's circuit breakers here, and I didn't know what those were, but thank you, Gary, for commenting that the halt trading on national stock markets during dramatic drops are set at 7%, 13%, and 20%. You know, it's funny that they don't set circuit breakers on the gold and silver prices or some commodities, do they? No. Why? Because COMEX allows that kind of manipulation to go on. But 7%, 13%, and 20%. Thanks for commenting, Gary Wright. And take a look at what Gary said here as well. Interesting stuff. Pause the video and read that. Again, thanks for posting that, Gary. I really appreciate that. Here, let me go back there in case you want to pause. Pause. Donald, please enlighten us why silver eagles incur high premiums. Don, it really is supply and demand. That's simply it. Supply and demand doesn't always dictate that that's the best deal, but currently there's a big demand for silver eagles because, you know, people are familiar with them. It's a U.S. government product. A lot of companies push them, and the fact that a lot of people have bought silver eagles in the past when they were really cheap, you know, when the premiums weren't so high, when their friends ask them, what should I buy? Oh, buy silver eagles, dude, buy silver eagles, without their friends actually knowing that the premiums are ridiculous. That's my opinion. So, Don, I just think when premiums become ridiculous and there's other good products you can buy for cheaper, that's what you do. Buy the least expensive premium in a recognizable, when I say recognizable, industry recognizable product that you can. Good idea, Ken. Actually, I put PSLV in my... The problem with PSLV, and I believe in even SLV, is that the costs, the fees, and that you don't really realize that. But I bought PSLV when they first opened, Sprott Physical, and I put it in an IRA, and I completely forgot about it. Literally, I forgot about it for years and years and years. I go back, it's worth half, and silver price was just as high. Why? Not PSLV's problem, but what they don't tell you at PSLV and some of these ETFs is that they do have fees, and that the cost per share, it's taken out of the cost per share. So when I first bought SLV and PSLV, it was brand new and it was priced almost at the price of silver per ounce. But what they do is they lessen the share price over the years because of their costs, their fees and all that stuff. So really it was a terrible deal. PSLV, SLV, all of them are ETFs are a terrible deal in my humble opinion for any medium and long-term investments because you get eaten up in fees. Again, that's my opinion. The nice thing about physical, you don't get eaten up in fees. Once you pay your premium, that's it until you go to sell it. And hopefully, and more than likely, the price of silver will be way higher and gold. Good deal, Chris. I'm glad you had an opportunity to do that. Richard, I saw that guy Vermilion Prices. He's in North Florida sometime or somewhere. He's paying $8.50 premium for retail friendly. You know what retail friendly it means? That they're perfect rolls, and sometimes that's a good way to just say get people in the door. But Vermilion might be a good guy. I don't know. He's on YouTube. Ooh, good for him. Another YouTube guy like myself in Florida. Chris Dutcher, well, if you grow avocados, money does grow on trees. Wow, the price of avocados has gone up dramatically. Oh, 43 sent to my portfolio, each with investment. Oh, God, another scammer comment. Look, when you see these things, folks, from my investment with Mr. Glenn Dubin, these are fucking scumbags just trying to take your money. And of course, most of you all know that. But those of you that see these kind of ads that are promoting a... Oh, gosh. You know what we do with these guys? Oh, I didn't want to report it. Let's cancel that because we just want to... I notice on this, I can't... Let's just delete it. Oh, my gosh, I can't do it here. Remove. There we go. Remove. I'm sorry. I can't do it. We would just delete them scumbags. Thank you, sir. I'm a surfer still to this day, but I'm real picky and Florida waves suck. So, Silver Slayers, you know what? A lot of people ask me, Brian, and one of my favorite guys out there, just because he's got such good enthusiasm and he came by and did an interview with me, is T Silver Stacker. And I got to admit, T, and I'm sorry if you're listening, but you know, when you're a coin dealer, you don't go home and listen, especially when you do YouTube videos and you do coins and silver and stuff. I just don't go home and watch coin videos. I don't watch silver videos because I do it every day for a living. It'd be like a plumber coming home and watching plumbing videos. And T, if you're watching, if I haven't watched every one of your videos, that's the reason. It'd be like you know, what, you know. But anyways, I just kind of want to explain why I don't watch a lot of videos in the evenings. And if I do, they're usually T-Stacker's got some really cool videos. Salivate Metals, I watched him a little bit. And again, you got to remember, folks, it's not that I don't watch them because I don't care about them. I don't think they're good. It's just I don't watch them because this is what I do for a living. 5, 6 days a week and sometimes 7. You just don't go home and, you know, if you do it for a living and you don't go home and watch it unless you're just insane. If you're investing in dividends, hold through the dips. Oh, good advice there. I used to listen to my own narrative, but then I said, why? Opinion never changes with age. I always let the future in me refine who I am. Very sage advice. Thank you for saying that, Silver Liner. Bitcoin and yep, can't calculate that until it's got some history behind it. I agree with you. Hey, dumb things you see. What's going on? Bitcoin went down there, not certain. They were talking about 30. Yeah, I know. That's, again, tough to say there. Hey, I haven't seen you in the store sometime. Come by. If you come by and I'm not in, make sure that my employees have me come down and say hi to you. Say, hey, I'm here to see Brian. Hope you're doing well too, sir. Silas, what's up? Thank you for the nice comments. Robert Truden, thank you for the comments as well. Oh my God, my comment sections are getting so long. Wallace, what's up? I appreciate the information and the comments as well that you provide. BS Detective. Oh boy, I could go on here forever. And Welco, you are first. I got to end it here, folks. Thanks for watching. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. Think for yourself and always question authority. And most important, before you can even do that, you need to question your own opinion, your own narrative, what you believe. Because is it really your own? Probably not. That's it. This is Brian Kuzmar saying goodnight. Thank you for watching. And if you live in South Florida, I'm the place to go to. And if you don't, please find yourself a good local dealer. I think it's important to keep that that money local. Remember, here in South Florida, if you spend money with me, and I'm competitive with the online guys and all the local guys, I spend that money back in town. So if you're a local business and you're a customer of mine, likely I'm going to come and return that money to you somehow. So, hey, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.